Mark, we have 2 visitors. Sometimes people call us. They text us, 707-996-990. They send us emails. They go on Facebook. They ask us questions. You're going to help me out in a segment we call We Get Questions. First question we got this week.
Okay.
What tree is that out there?
Sonomiferous junipine. What tree? I don't know. What tree are they
I don't know.
referring to?
People come in.
said what tree?
What tree is
They
that?
didn't specify?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
So they come into. This is obviously the Plaza.
Okay.
They come in and they ask us questions, and so what we do, Mark, we give them the tree map.
Oh,
We have a map.
yeah.
Usually it's the crepe myrtles. Those are blooming right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes they ask to see a redwood, and we say, yes, you could drive all the way out to Armstrong.
Yeah.
Or you could walk 25 feet.
Yeah.
And there's a redwood.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to see a eucalyptus. We have a eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to see the barf tree.
Yeah.
The ginkgo biloba
Yeah.
that smells like barf.
Yeah.
We've got one of those.
Cool.
So, yeah, tree map. I don't know what, but they always come in and say, what tree is that? They don't
Yeah.
actually describe it. And they act like we're going to say, yeah, out of the 500 trees.
I mean, I guess the only tree that would be the tree is quite obviously a palm tree. But maybe they want to know what type of palm because there's multiple palm trees.
That one's a canary palm.
Canary palm.
The one you're thinking of? That's on
Yeah.
your logo?
Is that where canaries come from?
Yes, they are grown on trees. That's why they're always flying. Okay, so here's another one.
Okay.
I was at Jacuzzi.
Is this one more specific?
It is.
Okay.
It's a good one. I was at Jacuzzi Winery last Monday, and there was an impromptu church organ concert going on in the barrel room.
Wow.
No audience, and just a virtuoso performer playing.
Huh.
What is that all about?
Well, that's a pretty open-ended question. Do you have any questions that have an answer that's defined?
I'll give you.
I don't know what that's about,
Right.
but unsurprising, it seems fitting of Jacuzzi Winery, the architecture there. It's very grand and elegant and sort of castle-y.
Yep.
It would not surprise me that there are church organs
Yes.
there and other, kind of epically cool instruments like that.
You're
so
right.
it makes sense.
Okay, and you're right. And thanks for taking the hard questions because you're
Sure.
the chamber. I don't do. So, Jacuzzi Winery is beautiful. It's south of town. We have our South Visitors office there, and there is an enormous church organ that they got from a church here in Sonoma, and I think they were getting rid of it, and they said, we'll take it.
Yeah.
And a man shows up there every Monday and plays the organ and walks out without saying anything. I think just to keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just shows up and plays and walks away. I was there just checking up on stuff, and I heard this organ music. I'm like, wow, that's really amazing sound system they have here. No, and it was like this guy over there, like, like full on fan on the opera stuff.
Does the winery knows who he is, or
Evidently, some of them do, but here's
Okay.
the other funny part. I asked the tasting room staff, like, he shows up on Mondays.
yeah?
I'm like, what? It's like,
And
okay.
just nobody asks.
Like, why are you here? And,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, hey.
It was really good. So if you get a chance, you're there on Monday, go listen to it.
Cool.
And it's in the barrel room. So
All right.
that's kind of neat. They also have, by the way, a whole field guide to Jacuzzi with all their art they have and also some of the wetlands and stuff out there. So
Yeah.
it's a neat spot.
And a great event venue there. They have really one of the largest spaces to rent out in the valley.
They
If
do.
you're doing a wedding or some kind of event, a corporate event or something
Right.
like that, or family reunion,
spot.
any of those things.
Buses can
we have
pull up
lots of good group facilities around
We do.
here now. Yeah.
We do a lot of them there. And in the summer, or in the winter, they put up a tent.
Yeah.
So you can even do outdoor
Yeah.
stuff and outdoor
Yeah.
stuff. So,
So
good.
bring us your groups.
Please. SonomaValley.com. Okay. Here's going. You got this one.
Yeah.
I'm hosting a wine pairing dinner, and I want to serve a charcuterie board
Ooh.
featuring Sonoma County grown or made items.
Okay.
Any ideas of things I should include? So, for example, I plan to visit Ovello
Yeah.
for some meat cheeses, or
Yep.
Vella, for cheese. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, what are some other ideas? Like, what are some stuff? A Sonoma County charcuterie platter.
Yeah, so I don't know that it's necessarily going to directly lead to your platter, but in a roundabout way, we should mention our good friend Shauna Davis
Absolutely.
and Epicurean Connection.
Good.
They have a cheese making class. They
do.
have a butter making thing. And she has lots of local cheeses in her little retail shop up there. So
She has
you
this
can learn to
orange-
make cheese. You could buy cheese. You could buy some extra little things to
Right.
add to your charcuterie board.
She's got like croutons, but have you? I'm sorry for jumping in there, but she has like this orange sweet honey thing. She makes like a jam marmalade.
Cool.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And she won't give you the recipe.
Anything Shauna makes is great.
She's a great chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ben, you do a good job too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her husband. Yeah. The guy who
And
helps the
Ben.
class. Yeah. Ben, you're great.
Yeah.
No, so Shauna's a great idea. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You can go to Sonoma Market.
Yep.
They have a whole section of like foods that are from Sonoma County.
Yep.
Spreads, cheeses,
Yep.
figs, things like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of good. I would also go to the farmers market itself, either the Tuesday party
Yep.
that you are in charge of,
Yep.
or the Friday
Sort
actual
of,
market.
Yeah.
And you can get some fresh fruits and vegetables there.
Yep.
I guess people don't put vegetables in charcuterie, do they? There's like celery?
No, there's no.
That's a crudité.
Yeah.
Mixing things up.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah.
That's not allowed in this party. Cheese and meat.
Cheese.
Well, I don't
Yes.
know. The little baby pickles. I'll
Oh,
make
I
an
love
exception
those
for
gherkins.
guys. Yeah.
The Cornish
Yeah.
on. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay, see, good. You knocked that out of the park.
Maybe some capers that could possibly olives. Okay, so we got olives are fruit, right?
Well, that's good. I think all of us are fruit.
And actually, pickles are fruit too. Cucumbers are fruit.
Look at you.
Yeah.
My name's Mark. I was in 4-H. You're right.
We've
So
mentioned every high school club today.
I'm working my way through them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. We're planning on visiting Sonoma Valley to take in some wineries, but are completely unfamiliar with the area. We'd like to visit wineries that don't distribute nationally. If you can find it at Total Wine on the East Coast, we're probably not interested. At the same time, I'd like to keep the price of a bottle to around $40 to $50. I'm not sure if that exists. We're open to ideas. And that was on Facebook.
She is reaching out to the right two people. That's Sonoma right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what is unique and interesting,
Yep.
different about us.
Yep.
This is, first of all, I overuse it, but I really just believe authentic wine country
Yep.
is what we have here.
Yep.
It is a lot of wineries that are the name that's on the label. You
Right.
might actually bump into those people
Right.
while you're there tasting the wines.
Or
I've
at
been-
Sonoma Market buying your charcuterie
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So lots of independent ones that aren't going to grocery stores, that aren't even going to restaurant. It's
Right.
just you come and meet them. Some places don't even have full tasting rooms. They're operating.
You
out
just
of
meet a guy in the parking lot.
Yeah, and you just turn over a couple buckets and sit down. But tons of independent family businesses.
Right. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I like how you're dancing around naming any because it's this classic which child you love the most. And
Yeah.
this is the problem of being a membership.
Yeah.
But I'm going to call out just a few that are
Sure.
nearby. Go talk to Chris at Caddis Wines. Chris is very small business. It's him. He's sitting there. His tasting room seats like 3 people.
Yeah.
And then 2 more if he puts the table out.
Yep.
And that's an easy one to find without distribution.
Yep.
You got one?
Pangloss is right across the street from
Pangloss.
the Plaza.
Right, good one.
They have great wines,
Right.
bunch of different price points. They're definitely not something you're finding in
The Total Wine and More on the East Coast.
Yeah, Bevmo or any of those things.
Hamilton up there in Glen Ellen or Kenwood.
Kenwood.
Small family. They make their own stuff.
Yep.
And the Hamiltons is the name of the family.
Yep. Look for the balloons
Look
on the side
for
of the
the
road.
balloons next to the dentist and the gas
It's kind of
station.
become sort of iconic.
It has.
It's close. You mentioned Duffy's already, so let's do them again. But
Okay.
Von Duffy Wines, great
Yep.
Pinot producer.
Yeah.
And since I mentioned them earlier, San Giacomo's.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They are, speaking of history here, they've been members of the chamber for 75 years.
For real?
Yeah.
Does Steve walk in? He's like, hey, we're locked in at the 1975 price or whatever. He's like,
Oh, I thought you meant that we kept his keys. Like I was envisioning him being locked out
it'd
of
be
something.
funny.
so-
Not going to see him like, hey, we have a deal. Like we agreed on a price back in
Yeah.
1962.
Yeah.
And it's not going up, Mark.
Right.
So you're like, okay,
Yeah.
$2.60.
Yeah.
San Giacomo's,
Yeah.
when we brought someone, my parents were visiting, and we had someone from Africa visiting, and she's an agronomist, and she wanted to learn about grapes.
Yeah.
And so I was out there. Steve comes out, gives us a whole tour.
Yep.
Gives her a bottle.
Yeah.
Says, take this back to Tanzania.
Yeah.
And we're a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so those are things I always love. Coming here for wine. Number one, a lot of just family-owned,
Right.
independent,
Yep.
actual, it's not like it looks like it's family-owned, but really it's some
Right.
global, monstrosity that owns it.
Right.
Really actually owned by the family. They still operate it. Number two, the diversity of grapes. It's, I have a lot of our neighbor counties' wines in my wine fridge, but we have so many more things here with the Grenaches and Sauv Blancs and
Right.
Mourvedres and all kinds of different
That's
things.
good.
Chardonnay and Pinot Noir is a specialty. But anyway, so a great variety of grapes and all different price points.
Our neighbor, you're talking about Marin County wines?
Exactly.
Thought
Yeah.
so. The best of Novato Nebbiolo. Okay.
Yeah.
Final question. You're doing good at this.
Oh,
You
thanks.
should do this for a living.
Yeah.
We have volunteer spots open.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll
This
look into that.
I wrote this one on pen because on my way in, this is what came in.
Okay.
Scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Help us find rabbit scat. an American flag, and a National Geographic magazine.
Okay, so we have a fabulous library in town, Sonoma Valley. It's the Sonoma Valley branch of the Sonoma County Library.
Right.
Definitely find National Geographic magazine
Good
there.
job.
City Hall, right downtown, has a big flag
Does.
on the top of City Hall.
It does.
So that would be a good place. And then what? The rabbit droppings.
Rabbit dropping.
Yeah.
This was a funny. We had to ask him a few times because he had an accent.
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm sorry, one more time."
Droppings?
No, he was funny. He's from Australia, but he lives in Switzerland.
Huh.
And and it's like rabbit scat. I'm like, I'm sorry. In this country, scat means poop.
Did you ask why he wants rabbits? Because that would be the logical next question.
So good on the skin. This is a weird. A lot of people do scavenger hunts. We get a lot. You get them too, but they come into us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whenever they walk in, I say to them, "You're the smart team. You're gonna win because
Yeah.
we get these about once a week.
Yeah.
And it is very hard to stump
Okay.
us."
Well, I am no scatologist, but I would say my best guess would be going to either the Overlook Trail, which is just a block north of City Hall. It's just about an hour, 30 minutes to get up. 10 minutes you want to sit up there and mill around and enjoy the views, and then 20 minutes to get back down. It's a perfect little, in between lunch and later tasting or something, go get your blood pumping. Or Jack London Park, which we did mention, down in Glen Ellen area, right across the street from Benziger Winery. Beautiful place, former home of Jack London, the author, and expanding. They're taking on more land with the STC stuff. And,
All right.
Another beautiful corner of Sonoma
So
Valley.
there might be some rabbits getting.
Yeah, there's probably multiple. And we have some bears around here. We've got big cats. And,
You know what? There's so much.
Rabbits. There's
We
a
could get
lot
you
of
so much
scat.
scat.
Yeah, you can fill out your full scat punch card, Mr. Aussie.
Sonoma Valley for all your scat needs, your one-stop scat shop for animals. Yeah, you're right. And I did say the Overlook Trail. It's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I said go up there, find it, but don't go too far because there is poison oak.
Yeah.
I asked him if he knows what poison oak looks like. He says he didn't. I said, well, then you'll figure it out in 2 days.